Okay there YouTube, welcome back to Blade Runner. You may have noticed in the previous couple of videos that for some reason you can hear the clicking of my mouse before I actually click on what I click on the screen. For some reason the recording of my microphone is about a second ahead of the recording of the game sounds, which is a bit weird considering I'm just using flaps and it should be recording both at the same time. It also means that my voice is 1 second ahead of where it should be. So it might sound like I'm interrupting people when they're speaking on the game, but I'm really not. So I might have to wait an extra second before saying something. So let's load up where we left off. That's this bale right here. There I am, pulling my gun out of my shoulder. Still funny. I don't even know why you can fucking hear me clicking my mouse, really. Maybe I'll put my mouse miles away from where I was at.
Your floor number, please.
So let's run over to the spinner over here. I believe McCoy's got a new place he can go. Yes, he can go to Animoid Row. There's some of these places on this map, you only go to them once and that's it, it's fucking useless after that.
You know who deals in insects down here?
You don't want insects? They're no good companion. But fish. Fish are good. I have every kind of fish for you. Blowfish, dorado, miniature sailfish. Very friendly.
No thanks. I got a dog at home.
Fish just as good as dog.
No, my dog is real.
Real? Oh, you must make lots of money.
Let's get back to insects. Official LPD business.
Down at end of Animal Row, you see big green sign? You try there. Good luck with dog, friend. Hope he stays healthy.
She.
Down the end, look for big green sign. Oh, I wonder exactly where he means. Sorry, she means. That's a fish lady, apparently.
Anything unusual happening down here?
I haven't heard much. All been very quiet.
So, let's go this way. Oh, she hasn't got the scorpions!
This your work?
Ah, the dragon.
Dragon?
See? Anosoptera, dragonfly late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenty money to obtain a collection.
More than I can afford.
You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to trade for this. With luck, you may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then, you buy a piece, right? For special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
Ha, you take care, chasing the dragon.
Chasing the dragon. That actually means taking drugs.
Handsome man like you has lady friend, of course.
All my girl cares about is food and love.
Oh, how romantic. What is this girl's name?
Maggie.
Maggie. Ah, Maggie, senor. It's perfect, is it not?
I'll take it.
It's kind of ugly, but you talk me into it. You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Of course, she means come back in a whole other act, I think.
Might I interest you in a snake, noble one?
Not today, thanks. You know anything about insects?
I regret that I do not, noble one, save that I feed them to my snakes.
You do what?
Artificial ones, of course. The safeguards in the design of my snakes would not allow them to swallow a real insect.
I assume that this insect is already extinct.
They all died after the war, yes.
So the fakes must be pretty expensive.
If bought in bulk, the price is acceptable. They do not need to eat them, of course, but the added realism is worth every penny. Have you ever seen such craftsmanship?
Right now I'm more interested in the insect.
Perhaps you should ask the Peruvian woman next door. She's an expert on such things, and will cut a wonderful deal to friends.
Really?
I need to ask you...
Certainly the LPD must have better things to do than to question a humble merchant over and over again about the same things. Why aren't you out arresting criminals like that disreputable Bob fellow?
Bob?
He owns the armament shop up the street. He's insane, noble one, insane. He takes peculiar pleasure in agitating all the vendors around here. I cannot even go out for a Cisco without worrying whether Bob is going to sabotage my snakes.
Thanks for your time.
Yes. We're going to see Bob in just a few minutes. In fact, we can go see Bob right now. Here we go. Bullet Bob! Actually, yes, we can get over there. Hello. Oh, look! This place looks familiar.
That a 45 blaster under your coat, or you just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
They ought to be. They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep D-Tech.
Blade Runner, huh?
Blade Runner, huh? I love all the hand gestures that these people do, especially McCoy when they're talking to someone and he just puts his hands on his hips and nods as he moves forwards. Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
How come I never heard of you?
I just got a sign.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davy Holden. How's he doing?
Word is he's gonna be okay.
That skin job must have been pretty damn quick getting by Davy like that. He's the best in the business.
He'll be back on the job soon.
So let's be really nice and ask for some ammunition first.
You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? 'Cause I know them police issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere. If you got the chin yen for it.
Okay, let's have it.
Those bullets look cool. And we get even better ones later on as well. But not many. Talk about his weapons.
You sell any off-world stuff? Like Ender rifles?
Nah, I ain't seen anything like that in years. Wish I had one, though. The Endo was a real workhorse. Good stopping power, decent rate of fire. You looking? Gonna cost you a bundle, I'm afraid.
Not really. Somebody shot up Runsiter's shop with one.
Sucker had it coming. I'm sure of that.
Why's that?
Brunson is always putting on those airs like he's better than everybody else. But he'll do anything for a buck. Sell anything to anybody. That's where I draw the line. If it's suspicious, it's out of here. Got no place at Bullet Bob's.
You know anyone who might sell Ender rifles?
There's one other guy around here who dips into that stuff. Got a pawn shop down the street. Goes by the name of Ezo. But who knows what the real title is.
Ezo, huh? Sounds like you don't like him.
I've been around here a long time, Ray. It always pisses me off when some dilettante sets up shop and tries to horn in on my action.
How long has Ezo been around?
He's brand new. He's a cold son of a bitch, too. I went over to introduce myself when he first moved in, and he practically ignored me. Said he was too busy to talk. Don't think I didn't consider kicking his ass, too.
Yes. I don't think he likes Ezo. Let's see if he'll let me VK him.
How'd you feel about taking a little test?
Yes? You mean the Voight comp?
Yeah, I don't think you're a rep, but I want...
Hey. You don't have to explain. I always wanted to see the machine in action. Go on, set it up.
Yeah. So if you walk in being an arsehole and you tell him you want to VK him, he goes, "You walk into my shop and you want to VK me?"
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Downtown, 4th sector. Hey, this is great. Should I be sitting any special way?
Just relax.
That's a pretty high reaction.
What do you do for a living?
I sell donuts. Come on, is the whole thing gonna be this dull?
Just answer the questions as truthfully as you can.
Sell donuts. He obviously runs a gun store.
What's your name?
Bob Gorski. This ain't no different than the DMV.
Just a sec.
I think that's kind of rated. Can I not? Yeah, right then. Apparently there's a system to this to always get a positive result of either human or replicant, and I think that's to go 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1. Now, wait. 3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. And then you don't need the 10th question, because by that point it would have told you whether they're human or replicant or not. So let's just test that theory, shall we? 3.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water while you watch.
I kicked the crap out of the sicko.
That was a pretty strong reaction there, dude.
In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl.
I'm gonna like this one.
The girl is lying on a bearskin rug.
Oh man, why'd you have to ruin it? Guess I'm gonna have to rip up the magazine.
I've never heard that question before. You know, that's how I was played this game.
You're crying. Why is that?
What kind of candy-ass question is that?
It's meant to provoke a reaction.
Reaction, huh? Well, I ain't crying. Next question.
So that was 3, 2, 1. What was it? 3, 2, and then 3, 2, 1 again.
What do you think it's like to be a replicant?
Scary.
Really?
Hey, if every right-thinking citizen was out to waste my ass, yeah, I'd be scared.
Good point, I suppose.
You've been drafted into the army. During a boot camp hazing, you're bound, blindfolded, and forced to eat worms.
The poor little guys. That's the army for you. Chew you up and spit you out. You know what I mean?
I don't know what it is, but some of Bob's answers really makes me think he's a replicant.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the wall, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints.
I'm not much for odds.
A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
I'd burn it. Burn the whole damn place to the ground.
What the fuck is a coroner's print? Coroner's. A mayonnaise print, no.
You pour yourself a drink. Every time you finish one, you have another until you vomit. You wake up hungover and depressed.
Hair of the dog will take care of that. Man, that takes me back.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a large black spider crawling up the wall.
Where? They're worth a mint, even with only half their legs.
It's just hypothetical.
Hyper what?
There's no spider.
Well, why did you say so then?
Hyper what?
You've been kidnapped. Your captors tell you that you'd better think about what you did to deserve this.
No, they'd better think about what they did to deserve it. Because they'll slip, and I'll be ready.
I think I've forgotten the order in which you're supposed to ask the questions, but I think I've been doing it right so far. I'm supposed to get a result by now. I think I've only got one question left, so let's fuck it and ask a 3.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
That's supposed to scare me?
Not scare, just shock. Provoke a reaction.
I heard worse in the wars. Hell, I done worse.
Test terminated.
So that's it?
Yeah?
Since you didn't shoot me, I must have registered okay.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while.
Well, you know, I think about skin jobs all the time. Try to get into their heads. Maybe that's what the deal is.
I've performed several of the VK tests on him in the past, and 6 times out of every 10 it comes up replicant, so work that one out.
Hey, check out the man's database. Is that the standard model?
What, the Kaya? Yeah, it's department issue.
I could fix it up for you. Make it not quite so freaking standard, if you get my drift.
What for?
Hey, Ray, relax. I'm your pal, ain't I? You don't have to step soft around me. The department's been infiltrated, right? That's the only way Davy could have been taken out like he was.
Holden is good. No question.
When you hook into the main frame, you always give them everything. But you don't always want them to know what you know. 'Cause then they'd know, you know? What do you say?
Sounds like a plan. Set it up.
There you go. Better than new.
Yeah, so when you're coming in here being an arsehole, he doesn't offer you that. Actually, I'll show you what that actually is.
I've modified this thing to let you pick and choose what gets uploaded to the police mainframe. Right-click on any clues you want to keep to yourself.
Yeah, basically, you light them up like that, and you don't upload them. There's my Maggie bracelet.
There's one other guy around here who
Oh,
dips into
telling me
that
about
stuff.
Uzo?
Got a pawn shop down the...
Why aren't you out arresting criminals like that
See? Eine Soptera. Dragonfly late of the American South Swampland. Item like that, very special
No.
significance.
I hear you've been waving guns around on Animoid Row.
Who's been telling you that crap? That lying Egyptian snake oil salesman?
Hassan?
That's the one. I should have popped him when I had the chance. You want to know what really happened? I wanted to get my daughter a present for her birthday, right? I bought an iguana from that crook Hassan. And the damn thing ran out of juice just 2 days after I plucked down a shitload of Jinyan. Son of a bitch wouldn't give me a refund. So I threatened to burn down his shop.
Sometimes you just gotta be philosophical about these things.
That's exactly what my wife says.
I like the idea of Bob having a wife. Mrs. Gorski. I like this gun over here. Not entirely sure what kind of gun it is. It's designed to look like something futuristic, I suppose. Looks like some kind of rifle. On the left hand side here we've got some very old guns for some reason. We've got a couple of old police issue shotguns here, and that's a tactical 12 gauge, and I think that's a Sharps rifle from the Civil War days. And this thing that keeps following me around as I walk is a minigun, I think.
Jesus.
No, it's definitely not Jesus.
Jesus.
Would you put your hands on your hips when you say that?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Thanks for your time. McCoy, LTD. Excuse me. I need to ask you...
Yeah, you can never talk to those guys. Run! Got your delivery here, man! Kingston Kitchens!
Step up, step up. Mama Isabella cooked you something special. Put a glow in your cheek.
McCoy, LPD. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Questions, they always need answers.
Yeah, that's very true. Eisendula!
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisendaler at the Tyrell building?
Eisendaler. Oh, Eisendaler, yeah. Let me tell you, that man can't eat.
Send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more. Not since last month. He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more till him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead.
And she doesn't seem surprised at all.
That stew's looking tasty.
Fix you right up. Only 30 chinion. It put a spring in your step, man. The ladies, they be loving you.
You put a spring in your step, man!
Thanks for your time.
You want some ganja, man? Ah, the one piece of music that's always playing in this bar, over and over again.
I got a couple of questions for you, Captain.
First one's on the house. The rest you pay for. You want chit-chat, you hire a hooker. This ain't no social club.
Never seen an outdoor bar before.
Nice bracelet, tough guy. Who's Maggie, your mommy?
She's a dog.
So is my wife, but I sure as hell don't brag about it.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
You could actually stand there all day drinking and it doesn't get pissed. So if we go this way, guess where we go? Over here. Now if I hang about, sometimes Goozer comes walking along here. No, that's not him. Oh, it's Crystal Steel.
Hey,
You're horning into my action, rookie. Take a stroll.
Bang! Oh yes, now I've got 4 crosshairs instead of 3. Because I now have this bullet instead of this bullet.
I've modified this thing to let you pick and choose what gets uploaded to it when you Mainframe. Right click on any clues you want to keep to yourself.
Yeah, like that, see.
2 minutes. That's how much time I give every stranger that wanders in here off the street.
Sell a lot of stuff that way?
I don't encourage browsers. What impresses me are people who know what they want and are not afraid to pay for it.
What's the most expensive thing you got in here?
Value is a relative notion. What's significant to you might be meaningless to me.
And vice versa.
Everything here is guaranteed. The finest, most authentic anyone can get.
Really? Sounds fascinating. The guy just fucked off after. Yeah, and that brings us back out here. So I've never been stood in this area and had Crystal walk by before. It's a bit weird. Looks like a fucking mogwai in a cage over here. Bang, bang, bang! Put my gun out of my shoulder. Come on, fuckface, come back out of the shop. Oh, here comes the guy that I like to call depressed Michael Jackson. There's generic, stereotypical Chinese man.
Excuse me,
Now he's back, here we go.
Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
All my paperwork is in order.
Doesn't matter. I don't read anyhow. What's your name?
Easel.
That's Easel!
You move a lot of valuable goods through here? Valuable and exotic?
How exotic.
We're talking exceptionally fine jewelry in the shape of a dragonfly.
They were so majestic. I remember them from my childhood. And that was the last time I've seen them.
It's very important that I find out about this. Can you help me?
If I see something, and you can match whatever my collectors will pay, it's all yours.
Thanks a million.
That sounds totally unfair. Now I think both of these things, whichever one I ask, is going to make him be a dick. There's no point asking him about Gregorian, because we already know that this is the Ezo that was at the cars meeting before the bomb went off at Tyrell. So we'll ask him about the weapons.
How many illegal automatic weapons move through here?
Automatic weapons hold little mystique for me. That's why I don't sell them.
Then what are those things in your back room there?
Semi-automatic.
Big difference.
There was a time when men operated with a code of honor. Guns and rifles weren't necessary. The very presence of a sword was enough to ensure stability.
Well, times have changed.
Perhaps I can interest you in this camera. 100 years ago, it was a cherished item. Whole families sat for portraits.
I've seen plenty of photographs in my time.
Have you ever seen this?
Ah! I'm blind! I put the gun away and pick the camera up first. Oh no, what do I do? The door's locked. Oh no!
Locked.
Cool, if it blows fucking door open, no. If you don't follow him and you just try and go back to your car, he turns up with a sword and kills you.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer. The exact arms that renegade replicants would be looking for to survive in a big city.
I wonder if that's an Ender rifle. Who knows? That looks like an old M16 or something. Oh yeah. Well, there's only one place to go down here, and that's to go this way, of course. those of you who have actually played this game before, you're going to recognise this area from later in the game. Spoiler alert, we spend a lot of time down here.
That's impossible.
There's 3 ways out of here, and then back the way we came, of course. We can't go down any of the other 3 because the bridge needs extending. Now, don't we go now on? No. Yeah, let's go now.
I am not about to have all my hard work obliterated just because you stumbled into my shop, detective. Westerners need guns and hardware. All I need is will.
You blew your retirement loot this time, Slim.
What are you doing here?
Tracking this piece of shit. What are you doing here besides putting your nuts on the chopping block?
Investigating Ezo. Maybe we should compare notes.
Maybe you should find another line of work. Just in case I'm not around to bail you out next time. I'll wait for the uniforms. Why don't you grab yourself a slice of quiche or something? And pick up a bottle of scotch for the real Blade Runner, will ya? Just kidding, Slim.
Hey.
What are you doing here, Slim?
Nothing more
Look,
to
it's that little glitch there. Someone popped up and disappeared. Oh, stop trying to talk.
Excuse me, pal.
Can't talk to. Yeah. A bit later in the game, you can go that way, over here. I can't remember where it leads to. Well, she hasn't got the scorpions there, so I'm a bit fucked later on. Unless I can come back and she'll have some fucking scorpions.
Anything unusual happening down here?
Little picture of the China bar there. Picture of me.
There were off-world rifles here and more. I was fresh out of Leeds. Poking around Hawker's circle had been a waste of time. I had nothing to connect this Ezo character to the Eisendaler murder. But if the replicants had done in one Tyrell scientist, maybe they'd go after another. And the subcontractors down on DNA Row didn't have Tyrell security to protect them.
DNA Row is now a new place we can go. But first I'm going to hit my Esper because I have 2 new pictures. Nino. Actually, I'm glad I just said that. Whenever a kid imitates like a fire engine siren or an ambulance siren or a police siren, they always go Nino. I have never once heard a police car, an ambulance or a fire engine siren sound like Nino. The closest one to that I've heard has been
McCoy, 88F.
what I can only describe as Mars bars. One of the old ones in this country used to go ba 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 ba.
Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
Right, so the fat bastard murderer as well. So
Hawker's circle.
I think in this picture right here, there's only two things that you can see. It is either a guy stood here talking to the fish lady with a scale in his hand, or I think it's something over here to the left. Yes, this chick.
She looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
Don't know about familiar, but she's not bad looking. She's no Lucy, of course, but Crystal Steel. Yeah, I mean, all the times I played through this game, I've never got this particular picture. I've always had the guy with his back here, to us here, talking to the fish lady, holding on to a fish scale. Let's look at the China bar. Yeah, that's what I just said, China bar. We have a couple of things here. If we look at near the red light, there's a camera. Yep.
Interesting.
Don't know why he needs a picture of a camera. A bit fucking weird. And I think we can get a good look at this guy's face.
That guy sure gets around. Give me a hard copy of that.
For those of you who haven't realised, this is the woman we've just seen in the other picture. Yeah. I think there's something in there's something else around here somewhere. I just can't remember where the fuck it is or what it is. In his hand, maybe? No. In this hand, maybe. Sure, there's something else on this picture. Sure, he has like a bouquet of flowers or something in his hand. I'm not sure. Yeah, they still got the muddy boots. That's a question. They're still the same boots. I think that's everything out of that picture. I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a look at the
Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
yeah, the Tyrell Grav Test Lab. So let's have a look at the dog collar with a name on it.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
I mean, Ricky, maybe. That's quite clearly Ricky. Ricky! Ah, EastEnders.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that.
Gives me a reason to go back to Animoid Row. Now we should see that he's got a bomb in his hand.
A bomb.
A bomb?
Give me a hard copy.
Oh no.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row. Give me a hard
So this
copy.
guy is Sadiq. And he's got another dragonfly on him, so he is obviously connected to Lucy. I'm sure there's
China
something
bar.
else in this fucking picture. Okay, maybe not. Not sure. If I've missed anything, maybe someone will tell me, who knows. Let's check my clues. Or
The earring was shaped like an insect.
The dog collar has a name on it. Kingston
I don't know, I've just
Kitchens.
been there,
That's Tony
dickhead.
Hawker's Circle.
Your floor number,
now I can
please.
go back to Animoid Row, and maybe the scorpions will be on her desk. Because I really, really need those fucking scorpions. Go back to Mama Isabella. A Kingston Kitchens man! I like how Sadiq Sadiq is a replicant, obviously, but for some reason Sadiq the replicant has a Jamaican accent. She still hasn't got the scorpions, man. Don't know if you want to ask that accent. Don't ask me what that accent was, I have no idea. But she hasn't got the scorpions, man. Fish lady.
Anything unusual
Ah, shut
happening
up.
down here?
I haven't heard much.
You got any discs from that camera?
I just serve drinks, pal. But if you're gonna sit there until I cough it up, well, here it is.
Why, thank you, dude. Yeah, still playing the same song again, listen. That's how McCoy dances. Just repeatedly pulls his gun out, sticks it back in his pocket. Shoulder.
This guy work for you?
No, but I wish he do. He be one fine-looking man.
You sure? Never seen him before.
I'd remembered him.
I'd remembered him, for sure. You want some ganja, man?
Thanks for your time.
Bang! Oh, look. Vehicles just went by. Ezo's still laid there on the road. Where's your scorpions, bitch? Ah! So let's go to the Tyrell building. I think now is one of the only times when you can meet Dr. Tyrell. Off-world. Yes, it is. Rachel?
Beautiful, isn't it?
The owl or the view?
Both.
The view's amazing. The owl, well, artificial things never did that much for me.
It's a flawless replica. We used a real one as a model.
Owls are extinct. Who told you the model was real?
Dr. Tyrell?
He's wrong, or lying. Check your Sydneys.
Eldon wouldn't make up something like that.
You're Tyrell's assistant?
Yes, I'm Rachel. Dr. Tyrell is very busy. I'm fully familiar with all Tyrell operations.
He does know I'm a cop, right? Blade Runner unit?
Dr. Tyrell has already met with one Blade Runner today and has important business to attend to. Your department should coordinate its efforts better.
Yeah, but...
You may speak to me or you may leave. I can't offer you any other choices.
Fair enough. I wanted to ask about Marcus Eisenduller.
I can't tell you who killed him if that's what you're asking.
We've already got a suspect. What I want to know is why the killer would be interested in replicant DNA information.
That's a stupid question.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Your suspect is obviously a replicant. A very dangerous one.
I thought replicants were safe. More human than human. Isn't Dr. Tyrell pushing to make it legal to use rep labor to clean up the kipple?
Are we here to discuss corporate policy or Marcus Eisenduller's murder?
A little of both. You heard about the moon bus hijacking? Yeah, I guess you would have. 50 people dead.
You can't blame.
I'm surprised you aren't out doing spin control. The public gets nervous when your pets wander around the city without a leash.
Replicants aren't pets.
Right. Pets live longer and don't go around killing people.
There are safeguards in the design.
Yeah, I've seen the data. Implanted memories, a 4-year lifespan. I'd probably get a little crazy too, but I don't think I'd start killing people.
Wouldn't you?
As I explained to Mr. Deckard earlier, I've given the Nexus 6 model a past. I've given it the purity and innocence of childhood. And all the joy and despair that comes with a real existence. That's hardly a death sentence. That's life.
I thought you weren't meeting with any more Blade Runners today.
Well, I decided to make an exception. Mr. McCoy, isn't it? You do understand the need for the Nexus 6 to have an identity.
Not really. No. I do see why a replicant who has an identity would want to steal Eisenduller's files.
Please, enlighten me.
They want more life.
They're wasting their time.
They're gonna come for you, just like they came for Eisenduller.
I have nothing to fear from any of my children. I tell them all exactly what I told you. Have I given you what you came here for?
I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe.
Then if you'll excuse me, I have a stockholder meeting to attend.
I believe there's nothing to do in here. Except get the fuck out. Mess up its floor a little. Blah. Leave muddy footprints everywhere. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get out of here. So let's go to DNA Row. Here's Gordo Frizz. Hi, Gordo. Hey. I like the way he walks. He thinks he's Hannah Montana or something.
What's shaking, baby? Haven't I seen you around these parts before?
Could be. I get around.
You ever get down to Nightclub Row, you ought to check out my act. I'm just warming up the room, but it's better than a kick in the pants, you dig?
What kind of stuff do you do?
What kind of... You kidding, baby? I do it all! I am the direct extension of Frankie, Sammy D, and Dino Martini.
Who?
Man, you really must be dozing in Squaresville if you're asking who the voice is. You know, old Blue Eyes. The chairman of the board? Sinatra, man.
The guy's been dead for 20 years.
Well, you're gonna remember the name Gordo Frizz just like old Blue Eyes. I ain't on the Marquis of Early's just yet, but it's coming, I promise you.
Yes, there's Gaff.
Seen any suspicious people around here?
Hell no. I mean, a lot of wackos cool their heels down here, but they're anything but suspicious.
Hey, is that a rat or
You still
something?
hanging around?
No, it's a fly on my screen. I do apologise. Because I've never seen a rat on this part of the game before. Well, I don't know where Gaff went. Got the China Bar security just to have a look at.
What I want to know is why the killer would be interested.
As I explained to Mr. Deckard earlier...
So let's save and quit right here. Before going for any of this shit. So thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next part.